Hey, everybody, welcome to AAA. Episode number, I took a guess, 478? How's that?
Seems about right.
Yeah? Nice. That was a dice roll.
I mean, did you say 478?
No, 578. 578.
Oh, yeah, ballpark, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was 577 Monday, so yeah. If I'm wrong, you're wrong too, so you're right.
Holy shit, that's quite the fucking early morning dice roll, man. I pulled it off. Just 12 minutes late, too.
Times when we've all been wrong about it, though. Sid, like when we've just like randomly skipped 3 and neither of us realised it. But hey, fuck it, it's canon now. We did those 3. It's just they were offline.
Nice. So joining me here, sitting in the sitting room, is of course, as you've already heard, Sinatra. How you doing?
Hello. I am doing well.
And we're late, as Tyr pointed out, because Drunkle decided to bring up religion before we went live. So we had to discuss that for a minute. Fucking guy.
Don't blame me. Blame the staunch atheist that is Stephen Fry.
Yeah, well, he'd be a lot harder to dismiss if he just wasn't so charming on screen. He's a lot of fun to watch.
Bastard. And he was in V for Vendetta as well. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Stop being so cool.
Why is the music so damn loud? Sorry, let me turn that down. Way down. There we go. Music's still playing. You're damn right it is. Far above required volume. My God. Okay, there. All right. So, and also joining us there is yours, Drunkle. How's things?
May, it is Yawning City today, and I'm the mayor.
What does that mean?
I'm a tired boy.
Oh.
Means he is very eepy.
Gotcha.
I'm eepy. I'm putting the eep in sleepy.
He is EB and Neeby, asleep.
I'm sleepy. If any of you get like a message from me, which is just a load of gibberish, it just means I've fallen asleep on my keyboard.
Nice.
Okay, that tracks.
How are you, Polly?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. I'm terrible. I have a...
Terribly sarcastic.
Well...
Terribly handsome.
Oh... The Stephen Fry of America. Polydub, ladies and gentlemen.
Woohoo! I am not fat, nor am I gay. What the hell? How am I Stephen Fry? And I'm not...
Stephen Fry's gay?
As a box of hats.
Nice.
As a big old tangerine.
I don't get either of those. What is that? How is a tangerine gay? What is it like? The slightly less robust manly orange, therefore gay?
You have to ask Mallory.
It's like the twink of the fruit world.
No, that'd be the kiwi. The kiwi is the twink of the fruit world.
That's a bird, dude.
The kiwi fruit.
Hmm.
It's small, it's fuzzy.
I would say the mango.
The kiwi literally has peach fuzz, man. That just screams twink.
Twink has no fuzz.
A mango gives more twink vibes.
People in the chat, what's the gayest fruit?
It ain't cranberries. I know that much.
Oh no, they eat you right back.
It's
I mean,
maybe a grape.
A grape is gay? No.
I think grapes are the poshest of the fruits, aren't they? I think it's more the hairless boy that's feeding you the grapes that is definitely the gay one here.
Strawberry.
Oh god, V with fig, perfect.
There's
the star fruit? That's not bad.
I love a star fruit.
But that might be the gay one.
Why is there only one
Eggplant?
gay fruit?
That's
There
a
can be
vegetable.
several.
How about the dragon fruit? That's pretty gay.
It's just
Yeah, but that
disappointing
tastes
as a
bad.
dragon fruit.
Yeah, it really is.
It looks cool. It's got a
imagine-
cool name. It's bland.
Tastes like nothing.
imagine-
It's water fruit.
I imagine gay people probably taste good.
Can
Oh,
someone
clip that, please. Come on. I've said some clippable things, but you just hit the peak, man. Holy shit, what's wrong with you?
I don't know. Like, no, think about it. There's no way that many people are that gay married for that long without going, doesn't taste bad.
Kumquats are not gay. They sound great.
Sin, do you want to talk about that?
No.
Just refuse to elaborate and leaves.
Yeah, no. I've
Alright.
said my piece.
So, like, you're looking at Stephen Fry going, he looks a tasty
What you
morsel.
getting at with the book script? Spit that
Shit out, man.
No, because it's an acquired taste that I don't have.
But you got to
like-
acquire. Yeah, okay. Yeah. The taste of gay.
But it's yeah.
What do you think gay tastes like, Sin? It's like got a creamy,
Probably-
nutty vibe to it.
Oh,
Dragon fruit.
good God.
Like dragon fruit.
That's not tasting good. That's just not tasting like nothing. You tell him, Vintage Dave. Thanks for the 450. Look here. That ratio is about as good as Grandpa Dave when he comes back from Nam. We only got his left leg. Smash the fucking like button, or as God is my witness, nothing will be left of you, you dipshits.
I am seeing a troubling number of people who don't know the difference between a fruit and a vegetable in the chat.
What?
Well, if you're on about the cucumber there, no, it is a fruit.
The cucumber's not a fruit.
No. The eggplant.
I don't know what I wouldn't even guess what an eggplant is. So.
It's an aubergine.
No, it's not. That's one thing it's not.
Eggplants and aubergines are the same thing.
No, they're not. It's an eggplant.
No, they are.
Eggplant.
Yeah, but it's called an aubergine over here.
You know, I managed to convince a kid who's like 10, by the way, that eggs came from eggplants. That's where you got eggs from, was from the center of an
Yeah,
eggplant.
you plant them, and that's where eggs. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
a tree comes up. And then
Yeah,
you
he
pick
was
the
10
eggs
and
off
he
the tree.
believed me.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
kid's never going to college now because of you.
Well, I mean, like,
No,
you know,
and I
he
Googled
knew
it.
about chickens and didn't slow him down. Didn't slow him down.
Cucumbers are both fruit and vegetable, but they are vegetables only in the culinary world as they are used to prepare savory ways, like in salads or as pickle.
Yeah. In the culinary world, I'd agree with that. I mean, but the difference between a fruit and a vegetable comes down to the seeds.
Really?
Or something. Something like that. Yeah.
So,
So
you
you
don't
know,
even
aubergine-
know. You just wanted to say it.
Well, no, because I'm pretty sure, because that's the whole, actually, the tomatoes are fruit.
Well, sure.
You know,
Yes,
said
yeah.
everyone who's just discovered that after 38 years on this fucking big blue ball. And that's the rule, isn't it? It's the seeds. So your aubergine, your eggplant, I guess it is also a fruit, but in the culinary world, considered a vegetable.
Well-
I think we should just start living by what the culinary world tells us. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So if someone goes, actually, the tomato's a fruit, you go, yeah, well, I was speaking in culinary terms, so fuck you.
I say the farmers decide how they plant it, and when they plant it, they get to make the call.
I don't know when they plant it.
Well, sure. There's some are late season, some are early season, you know.
But you get summer vegetables, you get winter vegetables.
I mean, you're a
Summer
cider
fruit.
man. You never had ice apples or whatever they call them, like where they leave the fruit on the fucking in the orchard right until it's like ready to drop off from getting frozen, and you make a particular kind of cider out of that.
No, I have not, but that sounds fucking delicious.
Because you leave it on there so damn long that it's like they're the sweetest that they're possibly going to get. They've converted all of their carbohydrates to sugars by that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I prefer my apples in liquid form, to be honest. I just haven't got I ain't got
Really?
the effort to eat an apple. Do you know what I mean?
Apples are so yummy.
Yeah, I like apples.
Yeah, in liquid form certainly, but it's just like, oh,
Yeah, in
fuck it.
liquor
Maybe
form, they
maybe I'm a
make-
doctor. That's
Are you saying liquid or liquor form?
well, I mean, preferably both. But I just ain't got I ain't got the fucking energy in me to just sit there and consume an apple, which maybe
it's
does
the-
tell me that I was supposed to be a doctor instead of a YouTuber. But I mean, look, I mean, an orange. I'll fuck with an orange.
As somebody
It
who
makes more
does
sense.
both, I can tell
Yeah.
you.
Now, see,
You
that's
do
funny
that way
because I would
better.
much rather have orange juice than an orange. So I'd prefer my oranges in liquid form. Apples.
I do too,
I mean, see,
actually.
that is a legitimate gripe, Polly. I feel.
Some
And
pulp.
I like a bit of pulp. Yeah. But
Some
why am
pulp.
Some
Why am I
pulp.
not going to? I mean, I'd be fine with it being
Thank you,
90%
Polly.
pulp, 10% juice.
I
Yeah.
get that, yeah.
Thank you.
That's okay, so Drunkle was a great moment in The Sopranos. It's just
Oh, okay.
poor Carmela's outside calling a therapist because she's so like on the edge of, snapping, dealing with Tony. And he comes out with the fucking Tropicana orange juice
In his
container.
bathrobe
Yeah.
and no pants on.
Like the worst possible timing to complain about the kind of orange juice he finds in the fridge, right? She's like, you didn't get the right one. And she's like, what do you mean? You like it with pulp. I like it when it says with some pulp. And she throws the
She
fucking
just
phone at
chucks
him.
the phone at him.
And I love his like, what was that for? She goes, I'll make you a fucking list. I went because yes, Tropicana has with pulp, with some pulp, without pulp. Yeah.
Do they have lots of pulp?
Yes.
Yeah, they have extra pulp. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
damn
so-
near a slurry smoothie at that point.
I'm down with that, but
Yeah,
that still wouldn't be enough pulp.
I accidentally bought that one day. I wasn't paying attention, and I was having people over, and we make some drinks, and I like put some orange juice. And I saw that when I got home, and I was fuck. So I like strained it a little bit.
I'm making a juice cocktail.
Well, Frank Cap brings up the OJ, like the low acid OJ. I bought that by accident one time. And you don't think I would have because the label, like the Tropicana label, looks quite different. I still made the mistake somehow. Didn't taste the difference. I thought it was going to taste, there was going to be none of that sharp, acidic.
Watery, I should imagine.
Yeah, but no, not at all. I didn't notice it at all. I'm like, okay, maybe I should just, for the sake of my stomach line, and just be drinking this all the time. But I didn't stick with that at all. I just went back to the regular.
Yeah. Actually, I could probably do with that. In my old age, been getting some bad acid reflux.
Years and years
the
of drinking that
nighttime.
cheap 2-liter cider. That's what's going to do it to you.
Well, that's not been years. And I just battle it by just
Decades.
drinking some milk before I go to bed. Neutralize that acid.
I know what gives it to me and what doesn't. So like if I know I ate some questionable foods, I'll pop a couple before bed, hope for the best.
Yo, what? You kind of cut out there.
Oh, sorry. I'll pop some Tums in and hope for the best.
Ow. Was that you waking up
I think
acid reflux in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I've had that a couple of times. I had
It's
one.
rough,
I had
man.
a Domino's pizza. Last time I'm ever gonna eat it. It gave me such. So we were out drinking. We were at a friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
She got us Domino's. Just a carb load before we go out.
Okay.
So we go out. We're drinking and all that shit. And I had a fair few drinks. And on the way home, the guy was our DD, and I'm talking.
Go on, Sin.
We're
You're rudely
sitting there, we're
interrupted by a
talking.
parrot.
And I was like, ooh. Shelly goes, you okay? And I'm like, I'm just feeling a little heartburn. And you get that feeling like in between your shoulder blades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Heartburn that radiates all the way through your spine. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And the guy looked in the mirror and he saw my face. He goes, you good? You drink too much? I'm like, no, I know I didn't drink too much, but I feel some fucking wicked heartburn this way come. And like 2 minutes later, I'm like, dude, you got to pull over real quick. And I fucking threw up pure stomach acid.
Oh man, I've done that. It's like throwing up
goes,
OJ. It's rough.
He goes, "You're damn near an alcoholic. I know you didn't drink that much. You only had like 8 beers." I'm like, "I didn't. We just need to find Tums quickly." And then I was back in the game.
You're licking up chalk from the side of the road. Anything.
That's how I felt.
And I feel for Steve Dave, who threw 450 and the Stray Bird Strut. He says, "Do they not have Tropicana in Britain? You strike me as a home-style type fella. 99% pulp and juice, 1% Festonia. That's not even a gay drink by any stretch of the imagination." Thank you, Steve Dave. No, we have Tropicana in Britain, and I love it.
I've just been looking up the... Ham Bean said that the governor of New York and somebody else has been charged with evading immigration law and so on. And I just looked it up real quick, DuckDuckGo style, but it's, you know, all I'm getting are stories real fast about Eric Adams being charged a while back, which of course is irrelevant now because Trump got the DOJ to drop them their charges. And everybody said Eric Adams was sucking up to Trump to try and get a pardon. Ha! Shows you what you knew. He was sucking up to simply get the charges dropped. Fuck a pardon.
No, I have not seen any of this stuff. I am woefully uninformed.
Yeah, John Troxon's asking about the Epstein files coming out under Trump.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Did you see Sky News Australia is claiming that the JFK files shows that there's inarguably 2 shooters that they finally reveal? Like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to go look this up.
No, but did you see the tapes were released of the guy who claimed to be the shooter on the grassy knoll?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I don't know. I watched that's one conspiracy theory I never really paid much mind to. You know, what the fuck does it matter? And I watched
the grassy knoll particularly, or anything around the JFK assassination?
The grassy knoll.
Okay.
And I watched the Wendigoon video on it where it's like, I proved the JFK conspiracy with a whiteboard in 10 minutes. And I was like, holy fuck, that this is all real.
Yeah, there's times when I thought so. But never in 10 minutes, but there's times when I absolutely thought there was more than one shooter. Now, I don't know. I know my position isn't very popular. It's just was there possibly more than one shooter there in Dealey? Yes. Is there any direct evidence of it? No. Which means you have to go back to, is it possible that one shooter did it? Yes, just highly improbable. But is there direct evidence there was one shooter? Yes. Which means you have to go with the one shooter. And that's unpopular. It's like, but what about all these other things? They're interesting questions, but they're not direct evidence, are they? And that's the problem. It's like, well, they did such a good job of covering it up. Yeah, well, an absence of evidence isn't the evidence of something happening. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I consider it, yes, very probable that there was another shooter. Very probable. But again, no direct evidence. Right. So
JK's right. It was the smoking man. How could
it was the smoking man? What about that Costner movie about JFK? I am a huge fan of JFK. It's a fucking fantastic film. Holy shit. I'm a big fan of it. I don't care what anybody says. Man, that movie's a fucking... It won the Academy Award for Best Editing. Yeah, anyone who's ever edited anything, like your own videos, whatever, go watch that movie again and just pay attention to the quality editing job that they did, from cutting from scenes, just the courtroom scene where Costner... so what did happen on that afternoon, November 22nd? Let's just for a moment speculate, shall we? And watch the next 10 minutes as he edits Stone and his editing partner cut together the next 10 minutes. It's a masterwork. There's like something like, I don't know, hundreds of different scene cuts that happen over the next 10 minutes, and it's done just a monster job.
I have to check it out.
Yeah. So they go through the trouble of like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take all the footage that there is, the Muchmore film, the Orville Nix film, the Zapruder film. We're going to upgrade them as best that we can to the highest quality that we can. Then we're also going to recreate that scene and film it in Dealey. And we're going to film it from multiple angles with multiple different kinds of camera. Super 8, the same film that Abraham Zapruder used. We're going to film it with, modern 30 millimeter and on and on and on. And that's all of the things that got edited together. And you absolutely, unless you're paying extremely close attention frame by frame, will lose track of what's historical footage and what's the modern recreated footage. And you'll think, holy shit, there was a shot that close on the day of what Jackie Kennedy's face looked like. No, there wasn't. But that's how good of a job he did of really putting you there in the moment. It's really fucking impressive.
Yeah.
And the amount of work that they did putting back up the Stemmons Freeway song. Whoa, Jesus! Little known fact, but that's exactly what Governor Connolly yelled out. Somebody's licking off shots! Not really. He just yelled out, my God, they're going to kill us. Gamer Valine, thank you for the $18. So, when I get to BWI, I saw a crackhead playing in traffic. Some things never change, like crackheads in Baltimore.
Yep.
Well, like right outside the airport, someone was playing in traffic on crack. That's one of the few places I can think of that's 24-hour a day busy.
Generally, crackhead.
Well, airports tend to do a pretty good job of extricating the crackheads and the drunks and the homeless because they tend to have not only their own like civil police department, like actual police department, like detachment that's operating out of there. They've also got private security all over the place, and all the airlines have their own security. So it's like this overlapping set of badged thugs to take care of all that shit, You want to get how long can you get out of line at an airport before the jackboots come for you, man?
You got 82 seconds.
Yeah, well, and we have shown all of the footage of every angry, drunk, urban individual throwing some shit around.
Yeah.
Think about how many videos have we shown on this show?
Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, right. JetBlue, irate customer starts throwing shit. Yeah. Okay, you want Sin's got to get out of here early. Drunkle's tired, and I'm sick, and I gotta fucking leave right afterwards to go back to work.
I have to leave a half hour after the regularly scheduled program.
Well, hey, I ask you to look at Monday, and you tell me that isn't a little bit early. Damn it! 3 to 7 minutes. Don't ask how I know. Okay, I'm like, I thought you were talking about JFK for a second. I'm like, it took a lot less time than that. I'm right. I don't know. I just pictured Hammond Beach was going to weigh in on JFK there. One thing I would like to do, Sin. It's
insider information.
People tell me I'm morbid for this, but it's not about morbid. It's that enough time has gone by and that I'm a gun nerd. I want to get me a 6.5 Mannlicher Carcano and try shooting at 88 yards. That was the distance of the headshot. I want, with a 4-power scope on it that's defective in the way that Oswald's was. Is that really that morbid?
It's science, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're just doing science.
Yeah. Because people claim, like, if you ever look at, there's one thing that really pisses me off about JFK assassination. Okay, I'll get into it quick. Like afterwards, there's this group called Failure Analysis that there's in one way they're to be credited and another way they're to be told to fuck off. The credit that this group Failure Analysis does, they do forensic work and so on, is that they did a detailed radiological scan of the entirety of Dealey Plaza. It wasn't just a blueprint surveying. It's here's where the buildings actually are. So it records how much they've settled and so on. So this, buildings will settle over time, not just into their into the ground that they're on, but floor to floor. So, the blueprint tells you that the 5th floor window will be this high off of the ground. But
wood compresses all that stuff.
right. But with compression, it's actually a foot lower than that. You know, that kind of jazz, right? Because it's a full-on scan, it tells you all of those things. All the little details that happen outside of the planned blueprint. So that's great that they have that. But these are also the people who go, so here's what it looked like from Oswald's position doing the shooting. And it's like, bang, bang, bang. And it makes it look like any kid playing a first-person shooter with auto aim on could do it. You know, and come on. Fuck off. And it doesn't take into account the fucking timing of the shots. And that's the thing that pisses me off, is that the thing that's so unlikely about Oswald doing the shooting, and the one thing that stands out to me the most, is that his first shot is the least accurate, and his third shot is the most accurate. But his first shot is when the target was the closest, and the third shot is where it was the furthest away. Who shoots most accurately at their furthest shot? His first shot completely missed the limo. It went wide. It hit the ground. What the fuck? But your third shot was dead on and nailed him right in the fucking head?
He was honing it in.
Okay, yeah, you can, lead your shots when you got like automatic fire and tracer rounds in the air. I don't know. That is just something that always stood out to me and pissed me off. Remember that line from the movie? How do you shoot children? Oh, you just lead them less.
We just aim a little bit lower.
But the gun was a bolt action. That's true.
Yeah, it was. And so you have to allow
Welcome
for the
to the
time it
AAA
takes to
meeting.
cycle that
In
gun.
between the shots.
And everybody, everyone does report that did hear 3 shots, because not everyone heard 3 shots, but the people who do claim they heard 3 shots saw it like this. Bang, bang, bang. That the next 2 shots came nearly on top of each other, arguing that there wasn't enough time for him to even cycle that bolt action.
If you do it, you can click pretty quick.
You can. And one of the funny things in the film JFK is that the investigator working for Jim Garrison, played by Kevin Costner in that film, they're both up in the Texas School Book Depository. And he's got a Mannlicher rifle with him. He says, now it takes a minimum 2.3 seconds to cycle this thing. And he cycles it right there when he says it. If you stopwatch it, it takes him less than 2.3 seconds to cycle it. It's like, ooh, you guys didn't check that really close, did you? Yeah, I get pretty nerdy with the details, but anyway. Did you want to do a little bit of snooze, maybe?
I do.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me just share the...
Unrelated, I just put a great meme in Discord for you guys to take a look at after the show.
Fuck that, I'm looking now.
It's a little bit of a reedy one.
Well, a little bit. Holy shit, the guy sent us a novelette. What the hell?
I like it. I only understand 2/3 of it, but I like it.
You like it. You don't read that fast.
It's pretty easy.
All right.
But as someone who, I've got experience in 2 out of 3 of these things, so yeah, I'm down.
I have experience in all 3 of those now.
There you go. There you go.
All right, now. You guys may be wondering about the title of the episode, Epic Crashes and Honest Cookies. What the fuck is that? Instead of naming it, I decided to, break tradition. Instead of naming it after the titular article, I named it after the bookends, the first and last articles. Nice, huh?
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it, but I'm not doing it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You don't want to...
No one asked you to.
Yeah, you don't want
Babylon B and blank,
So, because I thought, what better way to start a show than a man crashing into a fucking mailbox in his riding mower? you want to see it, don't you?
More than anything.
Okay, it's pretty fast. So let's here we go. It's up on screen. Let's watch. So here he goes, and boom!
Oh, he goes over the top.
How was he going that fast?
No idea. Look at him. He's on the way over. Okay, one more
see
time.
that again?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there we go. A little digging it a little bit.
Oh, he was trucking. How embarrassing.
Like, are
Has he
you
got a leaf blower there that maybe he was using for extra propulsion as well?
like he's like I watched it a few times. It's like, was he looking straight down? Like that seems to be where his head's at. How did you not see that you're aiming right for this really clear obstruction in your path, sir? Boom!
It is impressive how when there's only one thing to collide with, sometimes that is what you collide with.
I don't even care. It was in California, you know, blah blah. I don't give a damn. It's great. Boom. They're showing like. Do you see how incredibly different this lawn is than the other lawn?
Yeah.
Look how green and nice and tidy it is, and then you look at this lawn. Oh, dude, what the hell? I think the guy was half asleep. Look at the way he falls down.
Yeah, he's probably zoned out, not paying attention.
He doesn't even try and stop himself. Like most people will put their hands out or try and tuck and roll something. You know what I mean? He just goes over it. You ever do that? Walking in winter, so you got your hands in your pockets and you slip, but your hands are like pinned, so you go all the way down.
Got to commit to the fall.
Yeah. So there it is. Well, let's just see. At least I haven't even read the story. Let's see what happened. Investigating a bizarre incident that unfolded in San Carlos Park. Oh, wait a minute. Not California. Florida. That seems more accurate. Where a man riding a lawnmower destroyed multiple mailboxes along Robin Ray. Neighbors.
He was a menace.
Neighbors, including Matt Clardy, whose mailbox was among the victims, are still in disbelief watching the unusual scene. It was egregious.
We don't have an exclusive interview with a mailbox here? What the fuck?
It was egregious. Absolutely disgusting. But it's so funny. I can watch it 100 times, Clardy said. Fuck you. I hope you at least paid for these mailboxes to be fixed. Definitely don't hit my mailbox and don't hit my truck, Beer said. One neighbor, Joan Crawford, went further, calling for the driver to be held accountable. He should be arrested and thrown in jail for driving while intoxicated on a lawnmower. Be a man and turn yourself in. Neighbors reported that the lawnmower rider left behind a Pittsburgh Steelers hat and a pair of sunglasses. Deputies are currently working to identify the individual responsible for the bizarre vandalism spree. So he hit multiple. Wait a minute. So is there more than one?
Yeah, this is just the one that fought back.
The truck stops.
Oh yeah, there he is. He just crushed one across the street.
Oh, this dude was just being a dickhead.
Yeah.
It's good to have some context, though.
There's Matt Clardy. There's our boy. It was disgusting, egregious, and hilarious. Boom. Come on, at least these guys are having a laugh. Like, it sucks that your shit's being destroyed, but come on, this is funny. What the... Oh, he's still...
Oh, fuck, pull that back.
There's your grassy knoll. Concussed, all drunk.
Jesus Christ.
This is in the morning? Holy shit.
Good Lord.
I gotta see him do the sideways walk one more time. That was great. Whoa, whoa, oh, the earth is tipping. Whoa, shit. Oh, fuck. That was good. Wow, there was an Easter egg in that, man. I thought I saw the whole thing that was funny. I thought the rest of it was just going to be them talking to the neighbors about this one shot, because that's usually what it is. You know what I mean? Someone will catch someone doing something stupid on their Ring alarm, and then, or their Ring door alarm, and yeah.
Perfect.
Can't drink all day
Love
if you
it.
don't start in the morning. Absolutely. Words
Yeah,
of
right.
wisdom, sir.
Gotta go ahead of the day.
Oh, I love it. What a way to start a day. You just drive a couple of neighborhoods over and just crush some mailboxes because you're that kind of mood, you know?
Yeah, like
Better to
fucking
do.
wife left you or something like that. Every time you go through a mailbox, you're like, fucking bitch.
Well, yeah, you know, or you just got your divorce papers in the mail and you need to take it out on
Oh,
someone.
yeah.
The mailman's already gone and, you know.
Yeah, with your wife. She left you with the mailman.
Right. Yeah, so you're going to take a strike at the USPS there.
Going for his livelihood.
Yeah. Holy shit, that was drunk, man. Jesus. Okay, moving along. Yesterday, but today, because we didn't do a show yesterday, was Peppermint Patty Day.
Right.
Now, well, okay, you know what? It's not just the gay Peanuts character, okay?
Yeah.
They're also good.
I mean, is this just like a minty ding dong, which is actually what we call Stephen Fry over here? But
Yeah.
it,
Tangerine.
You never had one of
I
these?
don't-
It's like a
no,
it's
I'm
got
not a
mint
fan
frosting
of,
on the inside. Yes, you have. These are after eights.
I haven't. No, I don't like after eights either. I don't like
What?
mint as a snack.
But you
Mint
know
is a
what they are
toothpaste.
and have had them.
I know what they are. I have not had them.
Chocolates
we
are not
don't
a
get-
snack. They're a decadent delight dessert.
Okay.
Especially when it comes in the form of a milkshake.
Yes.
And I don't want a mint milkshake either. I'm not
Ooh,
having mint.
those are good.
I'm having mint
I've had them. They're
to
delicious.
clean my
Yeah.
teeth, and that's it. And on
They're
lamb.
back too.
They look like thick after eights. Yeah, very much so. That's what after eights need to come out with, whatever company. But Cadbury makes them, I think. I don't know. I got to go to the British shop to get those. We don't have them regular here. That's what we need. Cadbury cream eggs with mint eggs.
Ooh,
Oh God, no! That sounds horrible.
What do you mean?
I would give that a go.
Yeah. Why do you hate good things?
Roundtrees.
What?
And has since been acquired by Nestle.
Nestle.
Used to be made
Did
by
you say Nestle?
Roundtrees, now made by Nestle. Okay.
Forrest Gump.
They do an after eight mousse.
Like
Oh, good for you.
mousse, like like in a spray can
Fucking
mousse.
hell. No. It's kind of hard. It's hard to describe. I'm going to bust you the link.
That's a good question. Do they have British candy stores in the UK?
Yeah, they're just called candy stores.
Do you have American candy stores?
Yes, they are devilishly expensive and not very good.
Seriously.
You got better stuff from me too, I'm sure.
I mean, no, I got much better stuff from you.
It never even occurred to me. It's like there's the British store that's near me. It's got like marmalade and Marmite and candies like crazy. Lots of floral tasting things for some reason.
Yeah, British shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Why the British like eating flowers, I'll never know. Excuse me. Speaking of candies, Library Crunchy Muncher sought for relic wrapper.
No way, that's cool.
Yeah. Workmen dismantling shelves at the Cambridge University Library got a sweet surprise when they flooded out an old chocolate bar wrapper from at least 50 years ago. Look at that thing. 50 years ago, that looks like it's from the 20s.
I love it.
I can hear the microphone static from the wrapper. Come get your Choco Munchies today down at your local Piggly Wiggly.
Look out for that Hitler guy. He's a bad egg.
The orange wrapper of the Crunchy Bar, made for time from confectioner fries, had a pre-decimalization,
Decimalization, yeah.
pre-decimalization, which took place in 1971, and a price of 6D emblazoned on it. 6D.
Dongs.
This is in Britain, so you tell me. What's a D?
I want around then, dude. I don't know what to do with you.
About 5.5.
Really?
Yeah, 4, 5. Yeah.
Fuck. 7 3/8 went hard. So
I love this. I like.
Oh, I thought we
my
were
mate,
talking about soft. Now I'm like 12.
oh fuck.
Regular knee clapper.
Old, old man Phil at the pub. He comes in with a. He had to bring something in for someone else in the pub, and this Tesco bag that he bought in that he was carrying in was from the 90s. It was so old. People were coming over and taking photos of it. It turns out he's just been collecting bags in his wardrobe since like fucking 1981 and just very rarely uses them. So you get this fucking old branding Tesco bag. People are posing with it, taking selfies and shit. So I love this, mate. This is a relic from the past.
Yeah, it really is.
And you tell kids nowadays that a Fry's Crunchy bar costs $6D, they won't believe you.
A little bit bigger. Why is the Cambridge University Library using the Dewey Decimal System?
We still use the Dewey Decimal System.
Who doesn't use Library of Congress? What the fuck?
The Cambridge Library. Listen to yourself.
My bookshelf, the one right in front of me, is organized by Library of Congress. It is the universal standard.
We don't have a Congress.
It is the largest library in human history. What?
Alexandria?
Library of Congress is a little bit bigger.
I don't think it is. I
I do think it is.
One of the modern. It's not considered a wonder of the world, is it?
I'll be right back.
You just wait until Roman invaders burn ours down. It will be.
I will. And it won't be Roman. It'll be Romanian. To call them travelers, you racist.
I can't believe you think a fucking hut with a bunch of scrolls in it can compare to our majestic building.
It wasn't a hut, was it? It was a bit bigger than a hut. It was like a cottage.
You know the thing, right? About how incredibly overstated the size and what was lost in the Library of Alexandria, how wildly overstated it is.
No.
It is.
Okay.
So, I found that comforting. I'm like, oh, good.
Yeah. It's not like we lost the ability to shoot lightning from here to a man over there.
Right.
Like that,
exactly. Now, if we had lost that, I would actually feel that.
You'd be pissed.
Yeah. The world had lost something.
Yeah, I'm paying fucking electricity bills. Fuck you, Romans.
Yeah. It was. I was surprised at the. You think it would have come up before, but it's like, how is anything known of the Library of Alexandria? It's like, well, when it was established and the edicts that went out, and then the calls to bring scholars and their scrolls and whatnot in, and then mentions of it, where in ancient sources, mentions of this damn library. They're actually few and far in between. And so it's like the legend begins. Do you see what I mean? And gets built up over time. There's actually not many mentions of it. And was there ever any one big sacking and burning of this library or of the city? No. And there were multiple times that it burned, from the days of Caesar, when certain of his ships caught fire and then spread throughout Alexandria because they were docked in the bay, and then spread throughout the city. And part of what was burned was the library. So it burned once then, and then again 100 years later, then again 200 years later. And it's like, by the time that it was actually sacked and burned finally, there was probably very little left of it. It was like a vestige of its former self. So don't worry about it. Not much was lost. It's fine.
The thing was a fucking massive fire hazard. It's full of dusty old scrolls.
Yeah.
Laminate your shit, Romans. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And one thing I was surprised is that what was lost is, like, guys, keep in mind, this was a historian making this point, that, yeah, the call was bring all of this stuff here. It's not like a library that was built from scratch. It was a library built by intention. So, you have this emperor who wants to build all of these things, or this local governor who wants to build this library up as much as he can. Ptolemaic vanity. And okay, but they're all copies of things that were in other libraries. Like I said, it wasn't a library that built up organically on its own, where the scrolls are being written there. They're being copied from elsewhere and transferred there. That's what he was paying for. I'm like, oh, so it was just copies of shit that was burned. Yeah, so if it was available, it was available somewhere else anyway. So what was really lost? Don't worry about it. No Black Lightning.
No Black Lightning. No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is on Netflix. Terrible show. But then, I mean, like Atlantis, for instance, there was only actually ever one reference to Atlantis. It was Herodotus saying about an island between the Pillars of Hercules, which we know the Straits of Gibraltar. And from that, now we've got this fucking huge legend and a Stargate series, you know?
Well, Plato also had random mention of it, but yeah, you're right.
Ah, Plato, fucking poser. Get a job.
He had a job. What do you mean?
Thinking is not a job.
No, he was paid to teach people.
Yeah, teach him fucking philosophy.
Well,
So,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
well,
but,
it's great,
I
isn't
mean,
it?
that's
You're gonna-
like his student Aristotle had a job. He taught Alexander the Great. I mean, that's one of the things
Yeah.
he did. He was a tutor.
Taught Alexander the Great philosophy. Again, it's like people I know. You go, oh shit, you're at university. What are you studying? Oh, sociology.
He taught him
Oh,
math.
Right. So you're going to be a sociology teacher, are you? They go, yeah, fair enough.
He taught him math. Come on.
Just the one. There was only one math back then, guys.
Where,
We've got more now.
That's like saying you. My reading. You know, it's like, oh, you only read one letter? Come on. Don't be pedantic.
At a time, yeah. Well, I read one word at a time, with my finger underneath it. Then I move my finger. I read the next word.
Me too.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Crunchy Bar.
Crunchy bar, yeah.
You know the thing I
Well,
like
actually,
the most
it's
about this
not a
Crunchy
crunchy,
Bar? It's that it's airtight. They never advertise that
yeah.
anymore because they're probably not.
No. Crunchy's still in existence.
The Crunchy Bar? Is it Fries
Yeah,
Crunchy
well, I
or
mean-
did someone steal the name?
Fries do not exist anymore. I believe Cadbury bought them.
Oh, okay. So anyway, the orange wrapper, the Crunchy Bar, right? The 6D emblazoned on it, which apparently is 6 pence, according to chat. There's also some crumbs inside the wrapper, says Lizzie Woodsman, the library social media coordinator. Oh, that must be
Eat
a
them,
busy
you
job.
coward.
Yeah.
A taste of the past.
Posting up
Back
about the
when men were
vintage
men.
find of the chocolate relic, the library asked the culprit to fess up if they remembered munching the Crunchy and the discarded wrapper decades ago. The Crunchy, a chocolate-flavored honeycomb bar, was first... Wait a minute. I've had one of those.
Yeah, that Friday feeling, yeah.
Yeah, it's got like... It sticks to your teeth. I got it at the British
Oh,
store.
Doesn't it? Holy shit, yeah.
Wow, that's the same fucking bar, huh? I've had
Same
one of them
bar, man.
fuckers, man. Yeah, you got...
I'm not a fan.
No, yeah, I mean, I remember it fondly, but I only had the one in my life, so maybe I'm...
Yeah.
The wrinkled wrapper was found on the shelves being taken apart by the University Library earlier this month, printing it on dates. Printing on it dates? Oh, the printing on it dates the confectionery before the desemilization introduced in the UK. The particular bar claimed to be bigger for the same price. It would have said it Sweet Tooth Bookworm Back 60 or 6 pennies or a 6 pence.
Yeah.
What is the distinction there? What's a 6 pence versus 6 pennies versus why? Where's the D come into it at all?
I think people were in a major rush back then, so they didn't have time to say 6 pence. I think spaces were rationed for the war, so then 6 pence became sixpence.
The 1971 war, right?
Yeah. Fucking Gulf of Iran.
Yeah. On February 14th, 1971, there were 12 pennies to the shilling and 20 shillings to the pound. The following day, the pound made up the new 100 new pence. Did that make any sense to you, Drunkle?
Again, I wasn't around, but yeah, there was, they had shillings and whatnot, and then they went, right, we're getting rid of those. And for a long time, people complained, saying, it was easier. 12 pennies to a shilling and 10 shillings to a bob. It was easier. There you go, it's not, is it? Decimalize, you old fuck.
Is that what the de-decimalization thing means?
Yeah, it was pre-decimalization.
Yeah, as if anyone knows what that means outside the UK, man. Come on.
Well, you know what a decimal is?
I do.
Okay, so it was before that.
Yeah, but you make that sound like anybody knows that that's in reference to the price of things.
Well, I mean, this is on a British news site.
Uh-huh.
So
It could have been decimalization about the serial numbers on the bars for the UPC codes, for all anyone knows, man.
It was pre-Dewey.
Apparently not, since they're still using it. My
Why
God.
would we use your fucking shitty Library of Congress system when we don't have a fucking Congress here?
It is literally it doesn't just get over the Library of Congress name, okay?
Get over the Library of Congress.
It is just a more complex, more sophisticated way of organizing a library. FAR did library studies in Australia, and guess what? They all use the Library of Congress because it is the most sophisticated, accurate way of organizing a library. Just get over it.
Yeah, but you ain't finding fucking rappers from 1971 in your books. So who's the winner now?
We might. You don't know.
I do know.
I'm going to look that up. Strange things found in the Library of Congress. I bet you there's all kinds of stuff.
Do it. Yeah, we could do a show on that. Yeah.
You know, beavers are returning to a town after 400 years.
Where they been?
Just in the town over. Look at the little fuzzy feller.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. There we go. Look at him. I want to make a coat out of him. Zira, thank you very much for the $5. Ahoy, hoy, Polly. Ahoy, hoy, Zira. Sorry I'm late. We got hit with a pretty big snowstorm here, and I was shoveling driveways. But hey, I'm making snowbanks. Good for you. Good for you.
Hopefully you get good interest on that snow.
That's right. You know what's good after you've been shoveling snow? A peaty Scotch whiskey. Nothing will warm you up like a smoky Scotch, man.
And a crunchy bar.
Well, yeah, that's your carbs, man.
Mm-hmm.
The beavers are being
beaver.
reintroduced to the town of Old River Bed in Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury.
But it says shrew. Was in the taming of the Shrewberry.
I know. It's not everything's as simple as Northumberland.
Yeah. They were transported to Shropshire from Scotland. Or is that Shropshire?
Shropshire.
Okay. So what I find funny about this is that this is the lengths that they went to keep people from screwing around with these beavers that they've reintroduced. It's all for this picture that I went there.
Well, because people are going to go over, take a photo of it, just so they can send a photo to their mate going, "Look, do you want to see my beaver?"
Yeah.
That's the Scottish sense of humour right there.
You think that's what all... Do you know how much money they spent on this? It took them 6 months to build all this fencing and gating before they introduced the first beaver back to this place. That kills me. Like, really? People want to screw with the wildlife that bad?
I mean, what happened to them? Obviously, they were hunted down for race reasons 100 years ago, and now they're a protected species. The Scots don't forgive, Polly, and they don't forget.
I see.
Yeah, it's often said during the World Cup, Scotland, they support two teams. The first one is Scotland, and the second one is whoever's playing against England.
There's over 200 camera traps in this area that they've set up.
Yeah, that's because a lot of cameras roam wild.
And those sounds were heard throughout the area.
Scotland is haunted.
Haunted ducks everywhere. Just announced, thanks for the $10. Oh, the Florida Man Games, March 1st. Nice. I read that as the Florida Manga. And I was like, what? No. What's the Florida Man Games? Florida Man Games, March 1st. Thank you, just announced. Greatly appreciated. Cool.
It's not just haunted ducks that roam the moors of Scotland. It's the Scottish ducks you've got to be scared of. And they got the accent as well. It's not just like, "Hey, quack." They go, "Hey, fatty, give us some bread or I'll stab you."
Nice.
They're nasty boys. Nasty boys.
Hey, Rotten Corpse. You should be around Noir Bar this Friday. I'm going to show off some of the fixes and upgrades that Unholy Reaper did to his P365 carry gun. Man, he went all out. He bought a new aluminum frame for it with different grip panels and just on and on and on. Very cool. I'm going to show off some of the additions, and I'm going to carry on about the Gen 12 shotgun that I'm all fascinated by lately. Because, you know.
I'm going to be showing some beaver photos.
And you are exactly why they set up camera traps and all of this fucking wire work. Sin, tens of thousands of dollars. More money than they spent on reintroducing beavers to this area, they spent on protection just to make sure the locals didn't fuck with them. What's wrong with these people?
Sheesh. Protection
Bobby
from
Akins.
who? Us if you don't pay us.
Exactly. It's from the Scottish Ducks. Bobby Akins says in South Carolina, there's a grocery store called Publix that have a candy bar there called a Lion's Raw. You could be referring to a lion bar. Never heard it called a Lion's Raw. But it is this. It's a tasty snack. Buy one. They're delicious. Yeah. While we were talking candy bars.
Candy bars.
Candy bars.
You know, you keep that up, I'm going to bring my fucking British accent in this, and that you don't want.
No, this is just my accent.
You can't fool me.
It's just how I sound
No.
on stream.
No, not when you do that fake American accent. That drives me crazy.
Did you have to qualify it as fake? We know it's fake.
Yeah, I did. I think I need to call it out.
You're a bitter man.
Did you just meet me? Yeah.
Did you just meet me?
I bitter like an unripe peach pit.
Like a big old tangerine.
No, that's just gay.
It is.
Okay, you know what? Look, okay. Something is happening inside the Earth, scientists say. A new study has seen scientists unexpectedly find the inner core of our planet is changing its physical nature. Okay, so I was like, all right, let me just read this on The Independent. And I just got caught up with, that photo's so fake.
Oh my god, yeah, how would... Thanks, AI.
Okay, I realize it's dumb. Yeah, chat, call me out. I don't give a fuck. I hate pictures like this. Why did you even include this? It's so stupid.
Dumb.
I hate this
Walter on the
picture
moon.
irrationally. It just drives me nuts. And that's the only reason I got this story up. I came across that picture and I thought, oh man, fuck you guys.
Yeah, AI slop is getting so ridiculous
Yeah.
with the unnecessariness of it.
Like it. Okay, Drunkle, you know what really sets me off, like, finally, is because I thought, remember
American accent.
What's that? Yeah, that too. But I thought,
Right.
I mean, very recently, what set me off is this, and you know why? Because I thought, I remember the good old days when they'd go find an article that would show, or go find a picture that would, you're talking about the Earth's core, so they would show one of those cross sections, one of those animated cross sections of the Earth's core to show where the nickel iron core starts, where the mantle is, all that jazz. You know what I mean? I'm like, they would go to Pixel or Getty Images or motherfucker, this is a Getty image.
This is Getty AI, yeah.
Getty AI, and that's what pisses me off, is in the fucking mix that these idiots just sit around running prompt AI all fucking day, Getty, because they're using free or limited pay to unlimited royalty-free use software to generate tens of thousands of images, and so-called news services like The Independent are still using their fucking government-subsidized Getty account to come up with this crap. That bugs me. The taxpayer's paying for this, you know.
That's lovely.
You know what?
Doge.
Yeah,
Tell Doge.
You know what? One of my most frustrating things, like everybody gets focused in, and I understand why. I hear you. Some of the things that USAID was funding, like one of my personal favorites was the the Irish DIE musical. Like, wait, what? Really? You funded a fucking musical about DIE or DEI in fucking Ireland? The 30 grand for the fucking diversity comic book in Colombia was also a personal favorite. 30 grand?
That's pretty good. Mine was the non-gendered language for Malaysian journalists.
Yeah. How about the 1.2 million for gender diverse to help produce gender diverse coffee companies in Indonesia? What is it? What even is a gender diverse coffee company? Like, that's pretty vague.
It's not
Failing
real,
business
is what it
practices.
is.
Yeah.
It is something that a Congress person invested money into.
1.2 million for gender diversity in Indonesian coffee company startups. It's not even for current coffee companies. And it's like, so that money was really just going to diss a fucking peer. It was like the money that was going to go, that Kamala was going to have go to male African-American crypto and cannabis startups. Oh, that would have been money well spent.
Weed stores with Bitcoin ATMs.
Yeah. I mean, if you were an African-American male, would you not sign up for that? I would have.
Fuck yeah, free money.
I mean, you got to be fucking kidding me. That's just asking the taxpayer to be taken advantage of. I couldn't blame anybody for doing it. It's like the government's willing to offer money for that vague of an outcome. Well, I tried to start my startup, but it just failed, you know, and keep the money. Unfortunately, we never got our project shovel ready. Therefore, it failed. So, you know. Okay, moving along. Speaking of P365s, this guy got busted with 2 of them at the Burlington airport. Always check your pockets before you go through security, especially if you're carrying 2 guns at the same time.
Yeah, one in each pocket. Yeah.
Now, Sin, I bring this up because I was talking to Reaper about this slightly before dawn this morning, and because he's a P365 man. Now, have you ever gone to the airport with a firearm? Or
No.
How about any weapon, knife, anything that you suddenly realized right before you were going through security, or security was the one who told you, hey man, what's with the weaponry?
No, never happened.
Really?
Like, I've never taken a gun with me.
Ah. So Reaper, well, we had this extended conversation. How does this end up happening? And if you're somebody who has a concealed carry permit, it's kind of understandable because
Only hug your dog, not your wife.
I got cut up. You want to play that again, Sin? I got all cut up.
Only hug your dog, not your wife. Be a man.
There.
I rented a truck in Maryland so I could handle everything. They upgraded me to a Ram 250 for the price of an SUV because the system was down. Might as well take it.
Yep.
Yeah, hell, I would too. Shit.
That reminds me of the time that, okay, so I get there at the Hertz rent-a-car joint at the airport, right? And they had rented out the mid-size car that I had, any one of these cars. And they're like, well, we're all out of those, so we'll upgrade you to a premium. And I'm like, yeah. And like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. What do you got? They said, how about a Dodge Charger? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll take the modern muscle car. You're fucking right. What they didn't tell me is that it was, you know, a Charger, but it had must have been an inline 4-cylinder engine. I have never seen a car that exemplified the notion of flooring the pedal and the engine gets louder, but the car doesn't go any faster. That engine was so underpowered for a car that big and heavy that it was just, I would have rather gone with a compact that was like small and peppy. You know what I mean? Because it didn't weigh nothing. It makes me want to drive one of them fucking, you know, Ram Air Super Sport Mini Coopers with the really short diameter tires, because those things must be zippy as fuck, man. As small and light as they are, they must move.
Oh my, hold on.
Giverline, if it was a V6, I don't know what the hell was wrong with this car. There must have been 2 of the cylinders weren't firing. Something. I tried. And it was so efficient on gas. I was so pissed. I was ready to accept that it was going to be a gas guzzler. It wasn't. Just fucking angering. And probably a governor. Yeah, well, you know, I was waiting to see that. If, you know, the tachometer, when it got up to a certain point, if it just went vroom, 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 and wouldn't go any further, any higher than that. No, there wasn't a limiter or a governor on it from what I could tell. But then again, it might have been up in the software limiting the amount of gas that was being injected. I don't know. No rental fleet's going to have a Hemi car. Well, I think they would. I remember that one time that I saw Patrick Stewart driving a Jaguar. Seriously, it was him. It was absolutely Patrick Stewart. He was driving a Jaguar. And it was only years later that I found out that he's a driving automobile car fanatic. And it's like, yeah, I guess if you were in town and on set or just visiting friends or whatever, that yeah, of course he'd take like the fanciest fucking thing the rental agency had in terms of sports vehicles or interesting cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm Captain Picard, bitch.
You're right. Well, it's because that car is about the engine and shit. Well, that's what I mean. I didn't think it was supposed to be. Like the Dodge Charger is supposed to be like a remake of the classic American muscle car. At least it's presented to look like that, right? But you have got to get the V8 or whatever the fuck engine that's actually going to make it damn well move. How can you have a fuel efficient muscle car? The hell is that? Drunkle, back me up here.
I'm backing you up, bro.
I appreciate it. Okay, so anyway, I didn't get busted, but it's as close as I ever came to having a gun at security was pepper spray. I remember one time I was at the airport and I did sort of like the self pat down, but really it was more about like, do I have a water bottle or whatever the fuck, a container of more liquid than I should bring in. Okay, let me just think here for a second. I'm like, oh shit. And I realized, yeah, I took my pepper spray with me this morning. Not
allowed. Yeah,
when I left. No, you're not allowed pepper spray on a fucking commercial flight. So I had to throw it out, which pissed me off. But, you know, it wasn't like throwing a fucking handgun in the fucking garbage, which you shouldn't do. It was just pepper spray.
Oh, yeah, only Hunter Biden can do that.
Right. So, yeah, Drunkle, leave your guns at home, okay?
Oh, mate, way ahead of you.
Cool. The mystery of a lantern-carrying ancient ghost terrorizing a town is finally solved.
It was beavers.
See, this made me want to think, okay, finally solved what? Like, this is the Daily Star, so I thought it was going to be...
No. Whatever you thought it was going to be, it's not.
Well, I thought it was going to be, you know, here's the person who died near the lantern, and they were the one that had their soul sucked into this receptacle or whatever. Like, that's what I thought it was going to be, like a history thing. No. It's this lady claiming, oh, you know what? I found this one part of the track where it's slightly askew. And therefore, there's earthquakes in the area. And we can tell because the track is slightly askew. And the rumbling in the ground that people felt were actually earthquakes for years and years. So like the 150 years people have been claiming that this lantern-trapped ghost has been around has actually been the result of natural tremors in the area because there's a fault line we didn't know about until my discovery. Like, really? Huh. How do you explain the glowing eyes and lantern aglow being carried by a fucking demonic force in the twilight hours, lady? How's that part of your earthquakes?
The ooh noises.
Yeah.
It's just trains.
Okay, Abacus is like, so was swamp gas. You know, I'd buy the swamp gas thing because at least that's going to explain ball fire, ball lightning. Okay. You know, at least that'll explain how you see like a glowing thing moving along the river's edge or something like that. It's like, right. But that's all part of it. It's like where the lantern thing comes from is that people would see the glowing ball move. And it was, you know, it was connected with an ancient legend of a soul being trapped or a spirit being trapped within this lantern. And it was a person carrying around the lantern, you know, Jacob Marley style. Forced to wander the earth.
I don't think he carried a lantern, did he? He just had a load of chains.
No, but he was forced to wander the earth, is what I meant. You know.
Yeah.
That's just Daily Star fail. Okay, you found some lady who found a bent train track, and it's look at the headline. Mystery of lantern carrying ancient ghost terrorizing town is finally solved. No, I don't think it. No. Fail. Now.
Fail.
You want to talk about headline wins, Drunkle?
I do.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. I came across a headline that was the epitome today, and I couldn't find my way back to it, which sucks, but I can tell you exactly what it was. It was the epitome of the double entendre, ambiguity and meaning. It was as of yesterday. It was this day in history. Whitney Houston beats Bobby Brown to death.
What? What a day.
And I'm like, I see what you did there, and I appreciate your swag. Okay? Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I feel bad because Whitney Houston was awesome and Bobby Brown's a scumbag, but still, it was funny.
I'm glad you beat him to death then.
Yeah. No? Sin? Nothing? Okay, moving along. Cop could face a sack for farting in a woman's face.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez, fucking hell.
Now, you know this is the Metro because I read through this article, and it's like, I don't think farting in that lady's face was the main reason he's, facing the sack, getting fired here. Well, depending on who he gave her the full fruit bowl, maybe she got the sack. Aha! Okay.
Oh! Good work.
Thank you. It's alleged between 2020 and 2023, PC Jeffries made multiple inappropriate and discourteous comments to multiple colleagues on various occasions. Wow, that's a sentence. These included sexual remarks or remarks that are motivated by race and sexuality. So this guy's hitting on people, cracking racist jokes all over the place, and you focus on the face fart?
I mean, what headline's going to get you the clicks?
Well, it worked for me.
Well, you got sacked for farting in a woman's face?
No, I clicked on it, but I click on things the proper way. I'm running no script in Epic Privacy Browser, man. They don't even know that I clicked on their website. Yeah. Didn't get no money off me, but I break half the websites I go to, so, Okay, Sin, I grabbed this one for you. You ready for this? Mortgages won't be available in some area, the Fed chair warns. Have you heard this?
Oh, wow.
You haven't heard this?
No.
You want to hear the quote of the year from the Fed chief? This is him referring to, look, this is the state of California where some of the wildfires were. Look at that shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And he's speaking of areas like this that suffer either natural disaster or, widespread fires or, whatever. You know what I mean? Like some kind of destruction happens where there's a lot of insurance claims in one area is what he's referencing. But check this, because of the state of the economy, those banks and insurance companies are pulling out of areas, coastal areas and areas where there's a lot of fires. So what that means is you fast forward 10 or 15 years, there's going to be a lot of regions of the country where you can't get a mortgage. There won't be ATMs. The banks won't have branches and things like that.
Wow.
And things like that. I mean, you mean the complete end of modern banking in society? Is that what you mean? Holy shit, dude. Do you see how the palm trees look like burnt matches? Jesus.
I do.
That's a shot. I don't know if that's as shocking to other people as it is to me, but seriously, the looking like burnt cardboard matches, all of the fucking palm trees. Jesus. No mortgages, no nothing. It was Adam Carolla, of all people, that he's talking about the people that live around him. He is one of those rare people where, one house will survive, but all the houses around it are burned to the ground. You know what I mean? That phenomenon?
Yeah.
Yeah. His is one of the houses that's still standing. And he goes, that sounds like a good thing, but there's no water, there's no electricity, and those utilities won't be back forever and a day. It's not like I can move back in. And the house is still standing, but the smoke damage is extreme inside the house. And you'd think so if houses on both sides of it got burnt down to the fucking charred cinder, He's like, so it's not like I can move back in. The house ends up being a total write-off anyway. The value is that a lot of your belongings are still there, which is great. And I'm not complaining about that. But you have to understand these neighborhoods, while they're fairly expensive houses, they're not mansions. A lot of the people that live there, yeah, there's some, I love the way he names it. He goes, there's some famous people live there. There's producers, there's some actors. Jennifer Garner lives down the street. I'm like, oh, okay. But most of the people that live there work regular jobs. They work for the city. They work at a university. They work from home, whatever it is they do. They're not wealthy people. They inherited those houses. They don't have the money to rebuild. That house burnt down. The insurance they had didn't even really cover the house. It only covered some of the stuff inside the house.
They're getting like 2% of what was lost.
Yeah. And he goes, you have to understand, he goes, that is most of the people in that neighborhood that inherited those houses because those houses were built back in the 40s and the 50s. They're not as wealthy as their great-grandparents that bought that house way back in the day when it wasn't a rich area. And he goes, and these are the majority of the people in the neighborhood. The people you want to talk to, not the celebrities. I'm like, Adam Carolla, that's perfect. The people you don't want to talk, the people you do want to talk to are the non-famous ones. And that sounds about right. They would be the not assholes, And those are the people that got burned right out. I hadn't thought of it that way. That's really rough. And they won't be able to get insurance anymore, and there won't be ATMs. And even if they do have insurance, companies aren't really going to pay out and rebuild because too many people are making claims. Right. Thanks, FedShare. Okay, who wants to see a guy nearly get crushed by trying to lift too much weight?
No, I can't watch these.
No, it's fine because he's got a woman as a spot. It's his own fault.
Yeah, this is 165 kilograms. So what? Be like 2.2 times 165, whatever that would be.
About
320 something?
30.
330? Yeah, it would be 330 on the dot, wouldn't it? Okay. No, you don't have to watch, but what's that?
I think so, actually.
Yeah. 2.2. We're mathematicians or shiz stuff. Okay. Shit. I don't give a fuck about you, Instagram, you bastards. Come on.
Probably won't play it unless it's on Instagram.
It played it earlier.
Yeah.
Don't you son of a bitch. We're going to reload you, fucker, and you will play. There we go.
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man.
Karen Valine don't want to play neither. The best part of it is his woman spotter, man. That's easily the win of it. Gamer Valine, thank you very much for the 450. And yes, house fire recovery. I am now and actually in that and cremation. Yeah, I bet you do have some particular opinions on house fires and dealing with insurance companies afterwards. Yeah, where were you this morning, Valine? I was hanging out in Eve's server. I expected you to show up. I wasn't there for hours. Valane's too good to come around.
Well, how much was it? 120 kilos?
165 kilograms.
360?
Yeah, 363.
360? Wow, I was way the fuck off.
I thought it was 120 for some reason.
I'm not a maths guy.
Those 0.2s add up.
Plural. Okay.
And I just want to point out that including the bar, I put up 380 for 3 reps Monday. So weakling.
Right, so here we go.
Shit, this pussy.
And she runs away.
I hate...
That's not what spotters are supposed to do. Oh, wait. Oh, God, right on his neck. She can't lift it. Why is she your spotter? Watch what comes up on screen. It's priceless. Hit hard to save him?
1 like equals 1 prayer.
That's cold, man. I just...
She is gonna have a black eye later on.
Wow. I mean, he's the one who thought it was an okay idea with this. Clearly, how many times more does that weight weigh than her? 2.5, 3 times more than her?
I don't know how much she weighs.
We can take a reasonable guess.
Oh, they don't like that.
You were asleep. All right, I guess I'll accept that. Makes sense. Porch pirate shamed into moving house after stealing 16 parcels from his neighbors.
Good. Shame. Shame.
Absolutely.
Shame.
16. This is the lowest of the low, man. This is... You're really a bottom feeder when you're stealing shit, Amazon packages and shit. You got to be kidding me.
Open up the box and he's like, oh, fuck it. Insulin again. Throws it in the trash. What is it with this house?
Diabetes type 2. Aim better. Oh, yeah. Why'd I keep this article up? Well, because how ugly those people were. Couple caught an unnatural act in front of a Wendy's restaurant.
Unnatural?
Yeah.
Butt stuff?
Find out. Demetria Wilson and Ty Mario? Yeah.
Why not?
That's just, I've never heard that name before. Ty Mario, Mariel. Demetria Wilson and Ty Mario with Merrill were caught in the act Saturday afternoon in Clearwater, Florida. Ooh, just down the street from the Scientologist. Officer Parker Moody. Jesus, this whole bunch. Parker Moody.
The whole gang's here today.
Yeah. Caught them laying on the ground behind the bus stop in view of a busy highway. The bus stop is in front of the Wendy's. Wilson, unencumbered by pants, was on her right side with her buttocks facing her partner. Merrill's pants were pulled down and he was in a turgid state as he was repeatedly engaging with Wilson.
Oh, don't.
He was in a turgid state. And Ty Mario, what are you doing? You're 29. She's 53. And look at her.
Oh, no.
And why would you show Wendy? You know? Like Freckle Wendy. What the hell?
Oh, dear. Turgid, unencumbered by pants.
Yeah.
Someone went to college.
Okay. So, Sicily's gangsters complain they can't get the staff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unbuyable? What?
Just this BBC article is interesting. The Sicilian mafia in Palermo, as they've always been, it's sort of like overstated. It's like, this is how badly we've reduced the mafia. And it's like, yeah, but you've been going after them forever. Like for 40 fucking years, the Italian government has had this nonstop onslaught of, we are going to take apart the mafia. Yeah, how's that worked for you? And it's like, if you read the article, I'm just saying, like, you're not up to the task, and whatever your policing tactics are, it's like the Mexican government going after cartels. It's like, we know what you're doing is not going to work because your government is absolutely infiltrated by corruption. That's the problem. And I don't know if you guys knew it, but the Italian government's kind of corrupt.
No way.
I've heard tell. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, wow, you're going to take out the mafia, are you? And when you read, like, you get hints of just how bad it actually is for them. The mafia has like really, stepped up to the modern era. Investigators have revealed that the new generation of gang bosses have taken using encrypted mobile phones and thousands of short-life micro SIM cards smuggled into prisons. This way, they're thought to be avoided being eavesdropped on as they focus their activities on drug crime, money laundering, and online gambling. Yet they have, I read through this whole story and read out from there what the online gambling that the Sicilian mafia controls is amazing. It's an entire global network. It's like, you just don't stop these guys from doing their thing, man. It's just incredible. Yeah. And this article, it's like they're so in the know. They keep referring to them as Cosa Nostra. That's really more of an American term than anything, but okay, whatever. Get this. They sent out a whole fleet of arrests based upon stool pigeons that had ratted on who were current mafia members, right? 181 arrest warrants were served. 33 of them were already in prison. That tells you a lot about how valuable your information that you're getting is.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. And those guys who are in prison, the mafia is supremely confident about the encrypted messaging platform it was using, which featured text messages, voice notes, and images. One gangster had been able to watch a beating he had ordered from inside a jail via real-time video link. He's in prison and he's got a live video link to a beating that he himself ordered.
You got to send proof of purchase.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted to prove
A
that,
little FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they failed to make the connection that the guys that they're busting via technological means, like decrypting somebody is giving them the access code to the network that they're running on. That's one of the stool pigeon techniques, is that, oh, well, I'll tell you the passcode and the authentication, two-factor authentication to be able to get into the network that they're using. And it's like, okay, but they switched them so fast among them that you can only get so much information before they moved on. And it's like half of those arrested are in their 20s and 30s. And it's like, well, yeah, because it's only the younger generation that's bothering to do that shit. The older generation is still passing messages hand to hand, voice to voice. They don't talk into anything electronic.
You gotta adapt.
Damn right.
The future's now, old man.
Yeah. So
I'm down for bringing back carrier pigeons.
Yeah. Try and intercept that.
You could do that with a slingshot, probably.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
One of the wiretap people was overheard referencing the type of new recruits. The level is low. Today they arrest someone, and if he wants to become a turncoat, they arrest another. Wretched low level. He was overheard telling an aspiring mafioso to go to school, meet doctors and lawyers, and to learn lessons from watching the Godfather trilogy of films.
Ah.
Well, if you're going to point at anything, that would be the way, right? Become powerful, make friends, meet people, only use violence as, use violence quietly and silently when necessary, when all other options fail, as opposed to beating the hell out of somebody in broad daylight.
And live streaming it.
That's right. Out of a prison. But this article goes into the details of how they run the prison so completely that there's no chance of stopping them. After all, they smuggle in all these micro cards to constantly switch from network to network to network so nobody can catch up with them. And this guy that they were, Giancarlo Romano, the guy that they had been following, the mob boss, he gets gunned down when they're in the middle of surveilling him. And it's like, well, you guys are just right on the edge of catching him and breaking up the whole network, huh? Too bad you got blown away before you got a chance to even arrest him. Now, you guys know that I like a sweet swindle, clever crime.
Of course, good heist.
Yeah. And this guy, if you're going to murder someone, okay, don't leave your to-do list behind in your own handwriting.
Oh, no.
Isn't this a Columbo episode?
I'd be willing to bet. So what did his to-do list say? Gun, kill cameras, unique pants, unique shirt, long sleeve, unique socks, hammer, to-do, leave phone, leave iPad, home, burn clothes, rag, suit, clean and toss, casings, gun.
You know what? I refuse to believe this is real.
I mean, he forgot the most important part, didn't he? Like, murder.
Yeah.
You got your to-do list. Surely kill should be on there at some point.
This is a setup. I'm calling it.
Really? You think someone wrote this out and dropped it on him? Or dropped it at the scene, rather?
He had his manifesto on him when they arrested him level shit.
My favorite part is this. Leave phone, leave iPad. I can't tell you the amount of real crime shit that Far and I have watched where people have been tracked with their phone. And it's like, why did you bring your fucking phone? What are you, stupid? It just blows me away that people do that still. Like I can understand back in, if it's the crime happened in 2005, I get it. Right now, it's not like it's a secret forensic technique that nobody knows about. How do you think Apple can track your phone when it's lost? Come on. Like, it's a commercial service available to you as the end user. Doesn't it occur to you that that might be used against you? It's like people that show up to murder somebody at a house without a mask. Have you ever seen the videos of people walking up to, kick the hell out of somebody, and they put their mask on when they've walked up to the door? And so there you are in front of the Ring door alarm, putting your mask on. You idiot.
Brilliant.
Yeah, right? I mean, we've got videos of people going, ass over tea kettle on fucking lawnmowers drunk in the morning. You don't think they're going to record you showing up to do some violence, man? Come on. Just saying. A Swiss man with a Swiss Army knife in a Kyoto prefecture tried knifing somebody at a train station. So the Swiss man had a Swiss Army knife. Just saying.
And a to-do list.
Yeah. Well, he was just approached by the security officers and asked not to do that. And he whipped out his Swiss Army knife and started threatening. Now, he's being held on suspicion of violating the Swords and Firearms Control Law. You're in Japan
Awesome.
when?
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of a place that's so replete with swords that they just go along with firearms as a standard armament. That's pretty cool.
I think it's more the firearms go along with the swords. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Japan. They don't use guns a lot.
I don't know. Don't you feel in your heart of hearts that Japan's kind of cocked the way they limit their own swords and shit like that? It's like, you're fucking Japan.
Japan, yeah, if anywhere. That's like fucking medieval England having fucking concealed carry laws.
Yeah.
Open carry laws.
Yeah, or,
Sir, do you have a permit for that Morning Star?
Right?
Yeah, what sense is there in Renaissance Florence to limiting rapiers? You know what I mean? What the fuck? Let the boys be boys.
Backwards, man. Backwards.
What?
I'm agreeing with you. It's all backwards.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's
They're
Japan.
trying to
There should be
stop
a law that you
Americans from
must-
walking around with their fucking shooting irons. Come on.
It's Japan. There should be a law saying that you must carry a sword at all times.
See, I don't know. I mean, isn't a polite society a well-bladed society? Am I wrong?
I like a
what I
society
heard.
with some edge.
We don't want edgy Japan. Come on. Oh, I've noticed in the time, Sin. I'm aware. What do I have this for?
Because he was turgid at the time? Because his name's Robert Dragon?
Oh, yeah, it is Robert Dragon. Maybe that's why. He's 6 feet tall, thin, driving a blue Volvo. Extremely
Tastes
dangerous.
bland
Do not
and
approach.
watery.
His name should be Walmart. Robert Lizard.
I have no idea why I even got this article.
Robert Walmart. Walmart Lizard.
This doesn't look like a
Main silver
Dragonmobile,
bulls,
does it?
Partner in crime. No, it does not. No.
All right, moving on to our titular article. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I promised honest cookies, and I'm going to deliver, damn it. Sydney restaurant owner told to censor her profanity-laced fortune cookies after factory mix-up. So what did the cookies end up saying that was so bad? Well, let me give you a sampling. Right in time for Valentine's Day, they produced the
Bad
following
luck and
cookies.
misfortune will follow your pathetic soul for all eternity.
You are capable of great things, but all you do, look at your phone all day. You won't be that great story.
I would say it's not really profanity laden, but it's certainly
Well,
it's
you
a
just
misfortune cookie.
hold your horses.
I am
Because some of the others read,
very upset nobody caught that reference.
the year of the snake bears good fortune. Your divorce is coming soon. And my personal favorite, I only married you for the money, you ugly cunt.
Now we're talking. All right. I'm not disappointed.
No, that's pretty good.
Chu said her Valentine's Day order was not fulfilled and she's been stuck inserting the messages into cookies herself ahead of February 14th. Ended up sending them to the wrong recipient.
That's brilliant. That's amazing.
You can't really. I love the but all you do it look at your phone all day. You won't be that great story. You won't be that great sorry. Excuse me. You won't be that great sorry. I'm trying to read through the pigeon. What was that supposed to mean? One day you'll be sorry?
I mean, we all will.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry right now.
Dude, I am still mad nobody got my reference there.
To what?
Bad luck and misfortune will follow your pathetic soul for all eternity. The fortune cookie.
What's that from? Yeah, I didn't get it.
Rocco's Modern Life.
No. I haven't watched that since like the 90s, dude. Good show, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Every time we get Chinese, Shelly goes, "What's your fortune cookie say?" And I'm like, "Bad luck and extreme misfortune is going to follow your pathetic soul for all eternity." She goes, "No, it didn't." I go, "Yeah, it did."
All right, so Shelley's the only one who got that reference.
My brother.
Actually,
Well,
you know,
go do a
that
fucking
somebody
podcast
claims
with him
that
then.
the in-bed thing works for every fortune cookie. Well, it doesn't work for the last one, does it? I only married you for your money, you ugly cunt in bed? Fail. All right, so there it is. Drunkle, what do you got coming up for us?
I mean, I'm hosting the show on Friday at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. ST, 4:30 Central. And of course, as always, twitch.tv/drunkleplays, which despite I said, yeah, guys, it's all right, we're back on it. I still haven't been. So I'm calling it, guys. I'm calling it this Friday for the Emperor Friday. We're doing it. We're doing it.
And Sin, what do you got going on? What's new? What do you got for us?
Just go check out the Sin and Sash channel for all the fun stuff over there. I did not get a chance to get up to the studio today, but I have a creepypasta finished that I will hopefully have uploaded tomorrow.
Is that a question or are you telling us?
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right, well, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming by. It's good to be back. I've had well, somebody got a membership or a follower or a like or something.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That would have been Sinatra.
Okay.
Nothing's popping up on my end, so I don't know.
Would have been for Twitch.
All right, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you over on Friday. When, Drunkle?
10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. EST, and 4:30 Central, and 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island.
Excellent. We will see you then. Until then, have a good night, everyone. Say goodbye, guys. What the fuck?
No.
All right, then don't. Fuck. Chat do to you.
I won't. I won't go into.